enthusiasm. I've got a job for you if you're looking to keep busy. Here are the details.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Soul Talk, where we talk about citizens and members of the community. I'm your host, Fastcart FC. I almost forgot my name for a second. What's your name, Jade? Oh, yes, Jade. How are you doing, Jade?
I am doing fine.
Always got to slip up at the beginning somehow. Today is July 18th, 2024, at least in North, South, and Central America. Hope everybody's doing well out there. How's your week been, Jade?
It's been good. It's gone by in a blur. But yeah, it's been good.
And in case you aren't looking at the stream right now, I have Megan the Chef on the stream. Yeah, that's because I have to say thank you to Megan the Chef, because without her, I wouldn't have known about Prime Day.
Yeah, see?
I saw that commercial. I said, okay, how do I put that on the show somehow? And this is how I'm doing it.
You didn't, seriously though, you didn't know about Prime Day?
I did. I did.
Okay.
But I didn't know that.
You
I was not expecting Megan the Chef to advertise for it, though.
Right.
that caught me off guard.
That's
so,
Star
yeah.
Citizen. That conversation we had about Nicki Minaj and Call of Duty. There you go.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, I guess you can say if there's a beef between Nicki and Megan is winning so far because she's with the higher IP.
I'm on Team Megan, so yeah.
Oh, you're Team Megan, okay.
Yes,
I am Team Agnostic. What is the other word for you don't care? Apathy, right. Team Apathy. That's the team I'm on.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, did you spend any money on Prime Day?
I did actually. I did because I had to get a it's not a RAID array. It's like a thing where you can put a bunch of drives in, just a bunch of drives. I had to get
just a bunch of JBOD.
Yeah, JBOD. I had to get like a 4-drive JBOD enclosure since my older Mac died. So
okay.
So I'm just
I'm sorry to hear about your Mac. I hope you put it had a nice funeral.
Oh yeah, it had a nice long life. But my 2021 Mac, I've been using it mostly anyway. So.
Okay, that's great. Yeah, so today is July 18th, like I said, and this is episode 155, and, we're slowly making that march toward 200. Well, we talk more about 200 later in the show, but yeah. What else? What's going on with me this week? I didn't really spend anything on Amazon this week. I did buy a couple of war bonds for the Foundation Festival, which we'll get to in a bit. So yeah, nothing for Amazon, but I did spend a little money.
Okay.
And I finished the Continental. I think we talked about it that last week, but I also finished the Acolyte. That's all I'm going to say about that. Instead of Acolyte, people should watch Supercell. That's on Netflix. It stars, I can't think of his name right now, but yeah, Supercell, SCPA Cell. That's a pretty good show. If you're not thrilled about the ending or how Acolyte went. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about that. Did you watch the Acolyte?
Not yet, but I will.
Not yet. Oh,
I will.
boy.
Yeah, I definitely will.
Well, hopefully your expectations will be so low now that you'll actually be able to enjoy it.
I mean, it's Star Wars, so my expectations are always low. And that includes the first three.
Which first three? There's two first three.
Like the one that started with the Phantom Menace.
That's not the first
Episode
three.
1, 2, 3. Well, they're the first three to me, all right?
That's why I asked.
Yeah.
The first three are episode 4, 5, and 6. Those are the first three.
Okay, all right.
I mess with you.
I know.
But yeah. Alright, so let's get this show on the road. It's not a longest show. Oh, before we get the show on the road, I wanted to give a couple of shout outs. Just one actually. We'll be doing Flight of Rhythm tomorrow at 2100 UTC, 5 p.m. Eastern on Tweeple Radio. So check that out tomorrow. And yeah, the producers I've already talked about the past couple of weeks, so people should know about that. Hopefully that's doing well on YouTube. But yeah, so let me do my thing and we'll get the show on the road. So I'll give you a hint before I do the monologue. This is an anniversary. I'm off by a couple of weeks. But it's the 15th anniversary, and yeah, okay. It's a well-established IP, but it's not the first of the IP. So that's the other hint. All right, here we go. Oh, you know what I should do? I didn't do this beforehand, but I'm gonna do this. So hold on a sec. Let me see if I can grab it. Okay. You picked the wrong planet. Give me your face. I rise. You fall. Okay. I don't know how my voice counted on that one, but hopefully people get the idea. Let me drag people down, see if they can guess what it was from. Okay, we're joined by Fit Space and Pot and Space. And if anyone else wants to come in, please feel free to join. You click the Discord link and come in and join to talk about Star Citizen this week. So, Fist and Pot, how are you two doing?
Okay. How about you?
I'm doing well, thank you, as you can tell. Cap, you're doing like Cap. Serious fun. How are you doing, Cap?
Hey, Cap.
Is he muted?
Probably.
He's not muted, but his mic might be muted.
Greetings and salutations. I'm in a.
There you go. You sound good.
I'm in a playable, testable alpha of my voice this week, so here we go.
All right.
I hear that. You sound good. I didn't hear what you sound like last week, but so evidently this should be an improvement.
Yeah, and my guess is Transformers.
Which one?
Oh, probably the first one.
Nope. I already said it would be the first one. You lose.
Oh, I lose.
Good day, sir. I already said it's a well-established IP, but it's not the first of the IP.
Dark Side of the Moon?
Nope. I rise, you fall.
I don't know.
Revenge of the Fallen. It's right there in the quote. The one with the traitor.
Is that that one really wasn't that great, though, I think.
You can say that's true for all of them. It's not the last night or anything like that, but all of them are pretty bad. Some of them are more bad than others.
Yeah, I think that one was kind of down towards the bottom of the list. The Revenge of the Fallen was down there.
Yeah, but this is the 15th anniversary, 2009, June 24th.
Gotcha.
So, yeah.
Okay.
All right, now that that's out of the way, we can get started on the show. I'm going to start with last week's sneak peek. So let me bring that up on the screen. That seems to be correct. That seemed to be correct. So what are people's thoughts?
Well, engineering gameplay, right? But I know this is not within the ship, so this is on an outpost somewhere. Pyro, because I'm looking at the ground, I can see that the ground is yellow. So I'm assuming engineering gameplay with some power sources.
It's all about the
Anyone else?
fuses.
Go ahead.
All about the fuses.
All about the fuses.
Yeah.
I thought it was all about the base, but that's a different topic, I guess.
Hey,
I mean, it's four.
Yeah,
three, not four. Three fuses sitting there.
all I know is I hope that engineering reduced to fuses, swapping in and out. I need more, but I see that they got to start somewhere. So, but it is to Fist's point, it is a note that this seems to be engineering gameplay outside of ships, which is good and exciting.
Have they not heard of circuit breakers?
You mean they? Who they?
CIG.
Pretty sure they have.
Okay.
Why?
Well, I mean, it would just be some variety.
Oh. That'd be more things
Fuses,
to
circuit
program.
breakers. Yeah, I mean,
That'd
yeah.
be more things to put in the game, and they're trying to get the game out, not extended by another 10 years or
It's
5
just-
years or whatever.
That's an asset, and it would do the exact same thing a fuse does, except you didn't have to replace it. You just have to go manually flip it.
Oh, flipping? Yeah.
We have switches in the game. They don't have to
Well, but this
in
one,
5 years
makes you
making a
spend-
new kind of switch.
Yeah, but fuses make you spend money, and they want to ISK, or not an ISK, alpha, current UEC sync. I'm trying to think of UEC.
I thought it was about engineering. Okay.
It's about both. It's about both. But yeah, someone in chat, Dr. Moore said it was a power relay.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Evidently, they have not only on your ship but on outposts as well. So you got to maintain the outposts with the power relays and fuses and whatnot.
Nothing can be done remotely in the future.
Yeah, evidently. That's unless you have a powerful beam. Beam citizens. Somehow, if they could make this work with beams, they would have, right? All right, but that is last week's sneak peek. That seemed to be correct. Power relay, evidently. So yeah, looking forward to seeing how that worked out. All right, so let me get rid of the sneak peek title. And
I want it. I want it all. I want it all. I want.
Oh, okay.
I want fuses. I want stickers. I want capacitors, resistors, batteries. We getting batteries. Logic gates, circuits, all the stuff.
Yes.
Sound like a girl with the golden goose complex. Daddy, I want it all.
It stands for an electrifying gameplay. And with that, we're moving on. So up next we have last week's Star Citizen Live Q&A, Making Missions 2. That's a continuation of Making Missions from the week or 2 weeks prior. But yeah, that's when Jeff
Are we
talked
live?
about. Oh, I didn't meet it. But Making Missions. So yeah, anyone had a chance to watch it? Or if anyone watched it recently and remember what happened?
Watch the Nubify version, condensed
All
version.
right, so what are your takeaway?
I'll let Pops speak on his part. He has some good things. It's pretty cool looking at what they're looking forward to with cargo. As far as with missions, and we understand that this is, I guess you could. It's not really tier 0 because essentially we do have cargo right now in the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
Yeah, but not the missions.
this cargo.
Well,
It's not
we do have
this
the cargo
cargo.
missions too, but yeah.
Well, we do have cargo missions. We have really
Right.
box missions. They're cargo missions, but I guess you can call this like tier 0 point B, A,
5.
whatever.
0.5, 0.7. I don't
Right.
know.
Yeah, there you go. So, but yeah, I'll leave it to Pops and his part. He was talking about it.
Oh, I mean, it's just really basically an expansion, but it also made me think of passenger gameplay. That this could be the background to passenger gameplay, moving people from from here to there. But also it invokes team gameplay in Cargo, where like they said, a group, somebody may need to split off and move a package in this direction, and maybe better with 2 or 3 people. So it's definitely an expansion, but it just really made me think of Passengers gameplay later on down the line, where you may have to move a group of people, and one person may need to go to a specific place, and you have to take that person somewhere else using the spirit with the E1 and instead of where the other ones go on the Genesis, something like that.
Okay.
So maybe tied together.
Okay. Anyone else?
Yeah, for me, I feel like we get a little bit jaded.
No pun intended.
No pun intended for Jade. But this was a throwback to some of the longer form, in-depth episodes of content that we used to get. And for me, this is one of the better Star Citizen lives that we've seen, in that we saw actual designer input in the moment with regard to how mission creation is going to happen, is happening. We saw the amount of thought and care that's going into cargo hauling. And I felt like that profession is being seen when they can see that they're being seen when they show you this level of detail. Now, for me, this is all that stuff tier 0, tier 1, right? But I'm really appreciative of them diving in on this one and really showing us that stuff. So,
All right. Jerry, did you have a chance to watch it?
I saw the Nubifier thing, but I didn't watch the whole thing.
Anything stood out to you from the Nubifier summary?
No, not really. I'm just looking at what's playing now, and it has that screen that says, this is so that you can't see James doing pyro stuff. I wonder what that pyro stuff is. Because, like, to me, almost everything about pyro is, kind of known. So that was the most interesting thing to me on the whole thing.
So, them trying to hide what's behind the screen. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
They're trying to hide something that we haven't seen in pyro yet.
All right. So yes,
this was fastcart. This was also the episode where they said, "Now we do want some grind, right?"
We do want some what?
Grind.
Grind.
This is an MMO.
Yeah. I forgot about that. You're
Not
right about
bump.
that.
Not bump, but
Right.
just grind.
Yeah. We need bump and grind around here, but
Oh wow. Oh, okay. All right.
but
Uh-oh.
I thought that was
Look at him. Look at him blushing. Look at him. He's trying to
I'm
hold
not
it in.
busting. I'm trying to keep my mouth shut. That's me
He's
trying to keep my
trying to
mouth
hold
shut.
His blood pressure rising.
Go ahead, Cap.
I'm sorry.
I think it was it's okay. I think it's just an example of how times developers want to tell us what's on their heart, and it slips out sometimes when they do these longer form things. And this is where that kind of just got out, and they're like, nah, there's certain things in an MMO, and one of them is you have to put in time to do things of value, right? And I don't know if I necessarily automatically agree with that, but I am excited to say point of view, right, from CIG, right, to understand how they're thinking about it, because again, they can't think all the ways about it, right? They have to distill down into a way of actually building the game. And so that was very interesting to me for them to push back on feedback Jerry was getting, saying, nah, this is an MMO, right? There's going to be some of that. There just is.
Yeah.
That was instructive.
Yeah, I agree, Captain. Grind and other MMOs is it can be a mind numbing experience when you have to go to A to B, 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 just keep doing that. But this is more in line with real what we do on a daily basis. FedEx person goes and does his route, which makes more sense in what we do instead of, hey, I need to go get this part. And it's just like one of the things Gomab always says, you make the game challenging but not torturous, but this kind of grind is fun and experimental.
I will say this though, because FedEx guys now got trouble with piracy too, so it's the element of danger. So
Well, and if they can integrate it with rep, so that as you grow in rep, the way in which you do those A to B to C's sort of becomes richer, right? People get to know you, or you get certain back doors because you have a certain rep, right? That type of growing in your rep for these certain runs and missions can make the grind, the quote unquote grind, enjoyable all along the way, not just trying to get to these various endpoints, right?
Well, let me ask you a question though, right? Because I see that now, right now, we don't have that for mining. Because right now with mining, you don't have missions for mining. Mining, you're just getting your ship to go.
And make a response shorten because we do have to move on, but go ahead.
Yeah, so I was just trying to say, what do you see about that? Do you see missions coming in for mining?
Oh, yeah. I think, and a lot of them can be time-based, right? We need a certain amount of gold at this location by this time, right? And if you get it, then you get a certain rep. And the faster you get it, the faster that rep goes up, right? And then with mechanisms that make sure that you've done all the work, and there isn't just those org runarounds, right? Where you get the mission, somebody from the org who's mined 1 billion gold hands you 10,000 gold just to get your rep up. No, you need to go ahead and do it. Play the game, right? It ain't about getting around the game, right? So it'll be interesting to see how they do that.
Yeah, some people will try to rush the end to get to the quote unquote end game as fast as possible, but this isn't going to be that kind of game.
Yeah, there's a lot of people who do that. They get in and go, why am I still playing the game already? And I'm not already done, and on to the next game. And hopefully CIG caters not at all to that.
Right. Yeah.
Where is the end game of Star Citizen anyway?
Fashion.
That's exactly it. So I'm fine. I'm fine if they rush through the game to get to my store. I'm good with it.
Oh my God. Okay. All right. So yeah, a couple of points. We do have to move on, Pop. Sorry, but a couple of points I wanted to remind people about. They talk about resource gathering mission. Reputation can be earned or lost on mission. Player contract missions may be possible, but that's in the future. That's not coming up in 4.0 anytime soon. But I'm looking forward to that player contract because that's something we had in EVE Online, and that was candy for people trying to rip you off. And and something that Pop said, if I had a nickel every time someone told me grinding is not fun, I would have 5 cents. And ain't nothing wrong with a little. No, nothing. I'm gonna keep on going. Let's go. All right. So up next we have.
I thought you was moving on, and you had to throw that in there.
I did.
You wanted to throw that in there. All right.
I have control of the show. I had ultimate power. Anyway, this week in Star Citizen, they talk about entering the atmosphere. This is a October 20th, along with CitizenCon. Let me see. Admiral Esports is once again a world-class event, demands a world-class facility, and that's precisely what they're delivering to get ready for Enter the Atmosphere. This post-CitizenCon 154 event will feature live ship racing, a panel with members of the CIG team, and the Flight World Championship. Mark your calendars for Sunday, October 20th from 3 p.m. to 11 p.m. UTC and buckle up for outstanding experience. And they had the link in the page, so go ahead and go there if you're interested in that. Talk about Monday through Friday. There's nothing on Monday and Tuesday, but Wednesday had the Xeno-Treat Smackdown cookbook. We get to that in a moment. Thursday we have ISC. We get to that near the end of the show. Excuse me. And Friday for Posted into Live is on a scheduled hiatus. We'll be back next week. Excuse me, sorry, not again. So yeah, so no SEO tomorrow, but it will be returned next week hopefully, and we get the RSI newsletter as usual. So I'm gonna scroll down and get to the top images. Top images from the community hub. There you go. So this is Mr. Yuri. Evidently it's a, I don't know what skin that is for the that's a 600, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what skin that is. That's a nice looking skin. You know what skin that is, Jade?
I do not, but considering, well, let's see.
Is that
It
the
looks like
executive?
executive from the top.
Okay,
Yeah,
I
it
was
looks
gonna
like
say
executive.
no wonder. Yeah, I
the
think
problem is I don't see the gold highlights.
I don't see that either.
No,
so,
neither do I. Neither do I.
So,
But
so
it looks
maybe
like it.
post processing and they took it out or something. But yeah, that's probably the executive version of the 600. That's the 15K version, right? Am I right? 15K?
Nah, 25.
25K? Oh, never mind. Yeah, 25K, you will get you that ship. So just some change in the sofa, and you can have that ship. But yeah, that's a nice shot from Mr. Yuri. Up next we have there's another nice shot from Lapernum. Look like a arrow and the Gladius? No, that's the Hornet. That is no, what is that? The Buccaneer and the Hornet? What is that?
That's a Hornet and a F8, ain't it?
Yes.
Okay, I haven't seen the F8 from that angle. Okay, so I'll forgive myself for that one. But I did recognize the Hornet after all. But yeah, that's a good shot. Oh, they're supposed to move in. Okay, I thought these ships were stationary, but they're probably flying past each other. Okay. All right, that's cool.
Nah, because then you would see motion blur. They stationary.
Would
You would see
you?
motion blur. In a still shot like that, you would see motion blur.
Okay. All right, so that's number 2. This is number 3. That is another 600i. Is that executive again?
Yeah, that's executive.
Okay. This is from Evil Ash. What planet are they at? Microtech? Microtech.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's a cool shot. Congrats. And then this is Mazado, I believe that's how you pronounce it. But that's an Aurora. Don't ask me which Aurora, but that's one of the Auroras. And an Argo ship. That's the no, wait. Oh, it's a minor. Or is that is that a minor or a tractor beam? Mole. Okay, thank you. Oh, okay, so congrats to the winners of this week's top images to the community hub. And then we have our community MVP for June 15th. This one is from Cosmic Hollow by Freak Aros. The cockpit comes alive with great music, making work easier for everyone in celebration of the upcoming 324 pack. Freak Aros created a cargo themed Star Citizen rock song, and the sound sticks. Check out the full song on the community hub. We do have the link for the community hub. We're not going to play this at the end of the show. We do have something else planned for the end of the show. But yeah, make sure you take a listen. If you like it, give them a thumbs up.
I don't know how I feel about this.
I think I listened to it. It's not my taste, but hey, it's not a bad song. It's not my taste.
Yeah, but it's an AI song. It's where you plugged in the lyrics and it came up with the music.
Let's ask Cap how he feels about that.
But you're giving an award.
I'm out of it.
There's a lot of people in the community that put a lot of hard work into their music. And you give this an award. I don't know how I feel about that.
It's not an AI song.
Yeah, it is an AI song. You can tell.
I can tell because I do AI music, and I can tell you this is not.
It is
not an AI song completely. Well, I mean, they may have used AI in the production of it, but it's 3 minutes 37 seconds, and full lyrics. I don't think this is an AI song. It's
Well,
not good. To
I
me,
would
it's not
encourage
my
people to.
thing. But yeah.
I would encourage people to go check it out and get their thoughts. So yeah. All right. So up next we have this is a PSA. I wanted to scroll down and make sure I get my notes together for this one. But yeah, this seemed like a whole new level of scan. I'm not gonna click off. You can click on this maybe. There you go. So yeah, Potluck sponsored pilots and Star Citizen help improve the game by taking a survey and get £2 on PayPal or Visa. Visa don't do that. I'm gonna scroll down. You can see the this is from Fair. She's from CIG. And hey, folks, this is likely a scam and something that we are. Not something that we are running. Sorry, not something that we are running. Please avoid sharing personal account details for your own protection. And I wanted to add, if you already participated, you may want to change your account password and make sure you have 2FA or two-factor authentication enabled. So yeah, don't do that. If someone offering you money for stuff like that, yeah, if something is too good to be true, most likely it is. What do people thought? Nothing to add. It's got nothing to add. That's fine. But yeah, just give PSA.
The company itself is a Montreal, Quebec company, listed company, but that doesn't mean that this link is actually that company.
Right.
Because this link is also not affiliated with Star Citizen, right? So
right.
Just it's healthy that the community over communicates stuff like this so that everybody can have their head on a swivel.
Yep. And this is me doing my part. I'm doing my part. That's what they said in Starship Troopers, but yeah. Keep a lookout for stuff like that. I mean, if someone's offering money for a survey, make sure you look into it before you divulge any information. Make sure you're careful what you click to. But yeah. All right. Up next we have, the Supergalactic Xeno-Treat Smackdown 2054, alien-themed cookbook. Take your taste bud on the interstellar adventure with a extraordinary collection of alien-themed recipes created by the Star Citizen community for Alien Week 2054. The community chefs have come together to bring you dishes and drinks that are out of this world, blending earthly, mostly ingredients, with a touch of extraterrestrial imagination. Enjoy. There are 68 entries. We're not going to go through all of them, but I just thought we'd go through a few. But yeah, the cookbook, I can go down and get the whole thing on this screen. But yeah, so this is number one. Jay, pronounce this for me. No, I'm kidding. Yungo Chalo Oni. So they have the whole.
Oni.
What?
No, never mind. Go ahead.
No, but I was just playing with you. Yeah, but they include ingredients and the recipe. So that one looks okay. I looked at the stuff, and I was gonna say the stuff on the right looks okay. The stuff on the left doesn't look okay. I almost spoke too soon there. This is another one, spicy blend oni. Oni is Japanese for devil, or not devil, demon.
So those things that were floating around in that one CitizenCon video where they went to Hurston are the blind oni crabs, right?
Oh,
blind oni beetles. I'm sorry. Celopods. Yep. We don't have them in game yet, but I guess we will at some point.
This one looks almost okay. The 11 flavor stew. They have a double dog. This one looked all. Would anyone want to eat this?
Not the double dog. I have to know what's in that stew though before I do that. I'm not saying it may not be good. Don't get me wrong, but I gotta know what's in that stew.
Well, you never know where and how to cook it, right? It depends on what they cook it in. Because I know you like to visit those TikTok, the Instagram, where people cook stuff in weird places.
I thought the one that picked at the lore the most was the one on page 26, which was the Tavarin peace and forgiveness offering. I thought that was very interesting.
Fast forward. Siobhan, peace offering and forgiveness peace and forgiveness offering.
Oh, that's
That
just
looks
a
like
piece of
fish.
flounder.
That looks like fish.
That's a
What's
piece.
the
I
ingredients in
like
that thing?
that.
Let me see.
Cap, I feel you. He said, look, I'm keeping it simple.
Yeah, right.
Just give me a piece of flounder with some lemon and some butter, and that's it.
Yeah, it says I'm kind of. Let me check in. And zoom in. There you go. Ingredients: fresh cart, cane, pickerel, filet, sea salt, ground
Okay.
pepper, butter, and lemon.
Right, there you go. Keep it simple.
Outstanding. These are the humans and birds eat the fish. That's how we do it.
No, yeah, quite a few entries on this one. So congrats to people who got featured, and congrats to everyone who participated. And again, this is the Supergalactic Xeno-Treat Smackdown 2954. We were advertising this on Soul Talk for like a week or two on when it first came out, and I could tell that there were a lot of entries on that Spectrum thread. But man, okay, yeah, no wonder it took them a while to put all that together. But congrats. All right, so up next we have Welcome Back Pilot. This is basically like what changed for people who may have come back or left Star Citizen for a while and come back. They put this out at the beginning of every patch, so nothing really new in this. Basically tell you what happens and what came out now for 323 and 322 and so on and so forth. So that's basically what I did. But they just wanted to say people who haven't been in Star Citizen in a while, they just reposted this. But then we have the Foundation Festival 2024, or 2954, if you want to say that. Foundation Festival is a multi-week program, strengthening community spirit around the empire by encouraging citizens to volunteer with local and imperial organizations. Join us in making the universe a better place for all, with a free fly, referral bonuses, and rewards for both veterans and new recruits making use of the guide system. So yeah, they have play for free, get more information for a week. So tomorrow is the last day for the free fly and for the Foundation Festival, I believe. Talking about new player reward, they get a couple of guns and a multi-tool, and veterans reward, get a cap, get a $100 paint, and a RRS, Arden SL Red Alert armor and SMG kit for rookies and veterans alike. So that's what that is. And then you have, something I wanted to point out. Packages that are available for this week in Foundation Festival. So this is a $40 package. It's down from $40.50 US dollars, down from $45 US dollars. So 10% off. But the interesting thing here is, a couple of weeks ago on Soul Voices, Griffin did a segment talking about the new Cutlass pack that they had on the website. They only had 1,000 USD for starting money. So this thing has 15,000 USD starting money. But the thing is, it is a war bond, and it only has 6 months insurance, but you can slap a CCU on it that has like a war bond insurance, a war bond CCU that has 10 years insurance. So you can get that up if you choose to. And also, you have the Cutter, same thing for that, and the Nomad, same thing for that. So, if you're interested in getting more money for your starting career, you can check those out. Like I said, again, these are war bonds, so you cannot buy these with store credit. But you do get 15,000 UEC, and like I said, you can slap a CCU on those. So. At this point, does anyone have any ship without LTI in their hangar?
Yeah. No, I've got several. Yeah, I mean, you can't get LTI on a Saber Raven.
Well, most people do not have a Saber Raven, Jay, but okay, thank you for bringing that. No, I'm kidding. No, I see what you mean, though. Yeah, for those, I have one package, but this is like my first package that I got in 2014. But that does not have LTI, and does not have 12 months insurance, because it's an expensive package, so I couldn't upgrade it to something that I wanted. but most of the other things in I think everything else in my like 20 ship fleet had LTI on it. How about anyone? How about someone else?
My entire fleet will not get caught slipping. I'm all LTI all day.
every day.
So yeah, these are some of the Foundation ship festivals. Some of these do have special warbond including with them. So you have you got 11 vehicles. I can go to these. So you have 11 vehicles starting with the Arrow. Then you got the Gladius. The Gladius is almost always a feature ship for whatever event is going on. You got the Cutlass Black. You got the C1 Spirit. You got the Cutlass Red. The Razor. The Prospector, that's almost always something featured unless it's military only. Sorry about that. You got the F-17 Hornet Mark II. We got the Vulture. Got the Caterpillar. Got the Valkyrie. And I believe that's it. Yep. Then it will last back around. So you got the Drake Vulture. Have a warbond. I believe you can get like $5 or $10 a warbond. And you get 120 months insurance on that. You got the Valkyrie, that's expensive. That's on $275 total, but you can get like maybe like a $20 CCU and get 120 month insurance on that. You got the Miss Prospector. I believe you can get away with $5 on that one. No, probably $10. You can get a Ballista True Prospector CCU for $10, and then you get 120 months insurance with that. And then you got the Cutlass Red. I believe that's $5 or $10 of that also. You got a couple of packs. We got to talk about the starter packs that I already mentioned. They have $15,000, 15,000 USC. You have gameplay focus pack. You got the Foundation Festival Freighter pack. I believe that's the Aurora and Cutlass. Foundation Festival Bounty Hunter pack. That's the Avenger and Gladius. Foundation Festival Minor Pack, that's the Prospector, and I guess the Rock DS too, the Rock DS. And then you have the Foundation Festival First Responder for Medical. They got the Cutlass Red and the Pisces, am I correct? Oh no, the C8, the C8 Pisces, right?
It's a C8R, I think.
C8R, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, check those out. But like I said, tomorrow's the last day, so you don't have too much time left. I already talked about that. Foundation Festival referral bonus. Get the Apollo Knox for free if someone uses a referral bonus code during the Foundation Festival. You get a LTI Knox in your hangar. They do this every once in a while with different ships. I believe like the first one was like the Aurora MR. So yeah, this isn't really anything new, but this is the new ship that they have for the Foundation Festival. My last referral, I looked recently. I got my last referral back in June, and I was surprised because that's my first referral in like 3 years. Anyone else doing well on referral? That's my first referral in 3 years, and my seventh referral overall since they started the program. So anyone else has is doing well with the referral program?
I have referrals.
Ain't nobody thinking about my referral numbers.
You
It's all good though.
need to throw up your code more, Captain. Put your
There
code
are sites
around.
that you put your codes on.
Yeah.
That
That's
code
fair.
randomizer.
That's fair.
Yeah,
But,
and if you go to
but
Star
you-
Citizen Reddit, they have a randomizer that you can put your code in.
That's what I
too.
meant. Yeah, but
Yeah.
you're competing against thousands of other players, so good luck.
Nah, Cap, what you got to do is you got to start talking bad about the game and start referring people to your referral code.
I get that reference.
I
Oh,
understand
boy.
now. I understand now.
yeah, that's how
there
that
you
works.
go.
I've heard of people who actually put out Google ads for the referral code. I've seen it on.
Seriously?
That's
Yeah.
just
Wow.
I
sad.
don't know how much that costs.
Jesus.
Just buy the ships or whatever you wanted to get out of it.
It's the special. Maybe it's the special thing. I don't know. Cause I did buy one of my. I have an alt account, one account, and just because I was like one away from the fifth world, and so I did that. But that was 5 years ago when I did that. So
I just checked. I have 12 recruits and 4 prospects. So
12 recruits. So you got 12. That's not bad. Cool.
yeah, it's not bad. I mean, I don't put my code out there really. I just use the randomizer.
Mm-hmm. All right. So that's Foundation Festival for Bonus. And good morning, Sandgroper. How are you doing? These are different guides. We're not going to go through each of these, but I just want to say, you have the weapon guide, talk about weapons. You have the industrial guide, talking about mining and salvaging and refining. You have the cargo guide, talking about cargo and hauling. And you have the master mode guide, so talking about ships and flight model. And I believe we have, one more, my bad. You also have the medical guide, obviously, my bad. So yeah, almost forgot about that one. So yeah, different guides for people to check out. I do recommend the medical guide if you haven't been in the game for a while, because they do have some stuff in here that you may not be familiar with. So yeah, check that out if you want to learn more or refresh your memory. Righty then. So 2954 Financing Festival Org Showcase Contest. The verse is vast and full of opportunities for plenty to succeed and do. What better way to experience the game with like-minded companions than joining an organization? This Foundation Festival, they're giving you a chance to showcase the unique spirit of camaraderie with your organization and possibly fly away with a sweet new ship. So the prizes are okay. First place is the Anvil Valkyrie. Second place is Mariah Razor, and third place is the Drake Cutter, all with LTI. And the submission period ends on Wednesday, July 31st, 2024, at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 2000 UTC. And I believe, let me see, they're looking for basically whether your organization is dedicated to industrial, medical, or combat, transport, racing, or any kind of thrilling endeavor. They like to see what makes your organization stand out. Capture the essence of your organization in a video up to 60 seconds long and highlight what makes this group special. Is it your shared love for epic experiences, the tight-knit community, or your willingness to work towards collective goals? You're looking for a 60-second video in order to try to win one of those ships. Your winning conditions are the CIG jury will judge your mission based on quality, creativity, and rule adherence. So just to check out that thread.
I think Black Star is going to enter one. Maybe.
Oh, okay.
I was talking with Kale Star about it since he's gotten some attention on the community hub before. I think he could edit something down to 60 seconds. Or sorry, 60 minutes. Oh no, sorry, 60 seconds. 60 seconds. Sorry.
Yeah, anyway, I could edit something down to 60 minutes.
60 minutes, yeah.
Yeah, 60 seconds. But yeah, good luck on that, and let us know how it works out. But like I said, you have been told the 31st to put in a submission. So good luck. I believe there were a couple of questions regarding that. So yeah, this is a response from Freya. Thank you for your question. To try to answer them as clearly as possible. What the three contributors mean? The response was you can have as many people as you like working on the video or appearing in the active and screen, but only up to 3 publicly identified players defined here as contributors or collaborators are eligible to win a prize per submission. So, like, even though you may be the person who submitted it on a community hub, anyone, 2 other people besides you who are listed are eligible to win. As the rule also states that one of the contributors may upload the same submission to community hubs. Is this correct? To facilitate the process for everyone participating, we will not ask video contributors to upload the same videos as individual submission posts on the community hub. One submission per group is always required, but be sure to include the RSI handles of all contributors in the submission post description. If you made a spelling mistake and the contributor's handle, you may edit this, provided it's done so before the contest submission deadline. Another question is, trying to scroll down, but I can't. Okay. Additionally, some of the same contributors doing multiple submissions. Can multiple submissions still be created by the same org, or the same different people to create such videos depending on the actors? And answer the first question. The answer is, org may send multiple submissions, but please note that each individual may only associate with one video submission. I.e., a player can only be publicly identified as a contributor and be eligible to win one submission. There's no limit on how many videos a player can appear as on-screen actor, as long as they only submit one video, either by creating the submission port of the community hub or by credited as a contributor collaborator on a submission post created by another player. So just trying to get all the clarifications with regard to that. Another question is talking about the submission. So player said that CIG strongly prefer that submissions do not include music from the website that they mentioned. So a good rule of thumb is that if you made it, you may use it. So talking about I guess a commercial music versus something that a player made, basically. So yeah. And then moving on to Foundation Guide reward mixed up. Trainees got rewards for the guide. Basically, that's what the subject is. Like, whenever there's a trainee and a trainer, the trainer gets one reward and the trainee gets a different reward. But in this case, the trainee got the reward the trainer is supposed to get. So that guy probably responded, hey y'all, thanks for flagging. The spectrum announcement is correct in what items you should expect for reward. The original distribution wave has been paused and correct rewards will be rolling out shortly. If you're given something incorrectly, you should remove from your web hanger in the next 3 days. Apologies for the confusion and thanks for all the diligent guide. I believe there's another one. So yeah, this is just the same thread. It's still the bad arrow UE paint. UE Unity Paint instead of Foundation Festival Paint is it intended? Yes, this is the in-law name for the paint. So if you got a arrow UE Unity Paint, that is correct. That's fine. Okay. All right. So we're gonna move on from that. Yes, this came out a few hours ago. I just finished my notes for this show. And I submitted it and put it in. Then I checked to see if there's anything new, and this came out. So yeah, starts with an Alpha 324 PTU patch note. This is for Evocati. Now this when I first saw these patch coming out like a week or so ago, I got excited because I thought this was a live patch. Because whenever there's the Evocati patch, they put Evocati in the front. But now I know better and look for the Evocati within the body of the post just to make sure. As a matter of fact, if I reload it, maybe it'll say Evocati. No, it still says Star Citizen. But yeah, this is not a Star Citizen live post patch. This is an Evocati patch. Jay, will you ever participate or this was too soon for you?
Yeah, no, this was too soon for me tonight. I did download the patch, and I will probably jump into it later after the show, but yeah, this was too soon.
So testing and feedback focus is the personal instance hangar, personal and instance hangar, freight elevator, storage access, hangar, decoration, cargo hauling mission. Not ready for player testing is cargo commodity rebalance and a dynamic event blockade runner. So similar to last week, basically. Am I mistaken, or was something different in that?
No, not really. It's very similar. They did increase the payout for the cargo missions if you scroll down.
Okay. Well.
Under scroll up. Under features and gameplay.
Okay. So gameplay bump-up, mini holo mission, reward payout after design discussion and community feedback. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you for that. All right.
From what to what, Jade? What are you hearing?
I don't know. That's probably a question for Calrati. I've been just messing with cargo in my hangar. So yeah. Cargo and items, furniture and stuff. Yeah.
Well, I was gonna take a guess, but I don't know anything, so I'm not gonna say anything. But yeah, but they did bump it up, so hopefully that'll make more people happy about it. So Jade, last week you said 2 weeks, so you're coming up with a week before your expectations. Has that changed any, or you want to revise your guess?
So we're now a week into my 2 weeks, correct?
Right.
I'm going to stand by. I said 2 weeks, 3 tops. So I'm going to stand by that.
So out of next week or the week after that?
Yeah.
Okay. We shall see. And that is just not citizen past information. It just dropped a few hours ago, just before the show started. Okay, so moving on, we have a couple of support articles that I just wanted to point out. So these were updated this week. Accepted payment method. GIG has more ways to accept your money. Always looking for ways to take your money. I don't know what changing this. I never heard of Alipay, for instance.
I've heard of it.
Oh, you have? But yeah, so the Alipay, Amazon Payment, Apple Pay, Google Pay. How do you accept Google Pay on this thing? You can't do this on Google, but okay, I'll believe you.
Google Pay.
PayPal.
Yeah.
That's just something that's in there, I guess. Oh, GPay is right there. Okay, it's one of the tabs. So yeah, they always willing to take your money. I'm joking when I say that, but yeah, if you have a payment method that that you prefer to use, will probably accept it now.
Yeah, Alipay is Chinese.
Oh, okay. All right. And another one is Unit Commander has been the page has been updated basically. I don't know what changed in it, but probably something different for the free fly, so let people know what's up. But yeah, that's my guess. All right, then we have a couple more topics before we get to ISC. Request official response on the cargo storage UX issues. Response from CIG. Talking about they complained about the UX features for the cargo and storage basically. And Phil from CIG said they're currently implementing search into freight elevators and storage access kiosks. It required a bit more extra support from their support online service team to query player inventories efficiently. They will discuss auto stacking for items with the team and see if that's in the cards for 224. Putting loose items into inventory containers is still planned to outdone top players move FPS gear in large quantities. Hope this clarifies some of the US concern. Thanks for the feedback. So I bet people are happy to hear about that, right? Automatic stacking, and people just want a way to search stuff, basically.
Yeah, well, they did say they were going to discuss the auto stacking, so I'm not going to get hyped about it until they say
right.
it's in.
Yeah. If anything, it might be a 324 patch, or you have to wait for 4.0 for that. But yeah, they're looking into it. I mean, a lot of games do have that stuff automatically when they roll out 1.0, so I would definitely expect by 1.0. All right, so one more before we get to the IST. I thought it was funny. We did it again. 160 Star Citizen or SCU stuck into the C1. Different pictures. I wanted to scroll down and get the CIG dev response, but yeah, she said, and Adam Parker said, "Hey, that's illegal." And someone responded, "Wait, hold up listen for a second. It's just creative use of game mechanics, it's all nothing to worry about." And then they posted with that meme or gif. But yeah, so look at some of these pictures here. Evidently, they stacked it neatly, but You know how airlines like to say your luggage and stuff, in the upper cargo compartment may move around during flight. They definitely need to move around in Star Citizen. So that's what happened. This is what it looked like when it took off. I guess it was all neatly stacked, and it's still neatly stacked. And then when they opened up, yeah, it wasn't quite as neatly stacked. So we had a conversation in here before. The C1 can hold 64 SCU, but it looked like it had room for more, so you can put more in it, but don't expect it to arrive safely to your destination, okay?
Yeah, because I know all of that stuff bouncing around. If it did, I tried to pull in a gun from when Ghost Hollow, and it kept bouncing around, and it blew up my C1. So I'm trying to figure it out. Like, how did they manage this?
Very carefully. That's all I can say. Very carefully. But this is why you should not overstuff your ship, because they will move around and you can damage and you may blow up. But so if they say 64 SCU, try to put only 64 SCU. But it can get up to 160. It can, but that's not recommended. So yeah. All right. With that, before we get to ISC, we're going to do an ad. So I want to click start on this ad and thank people who are participating. Okay, the ad is started. Thank you for all the supporters out there who have supported through Patreon, through a subscription, through Super Fund on YouTube, and joining on YouTube. Appreciate it. We do some giveaways every once in a while, and we couldn't do those giveaways without your support, so we appreciate you. Thank everybody who are watching in chat and here in Discord with me. Again, appreciate you for showing support, and I appreciate y'all. Oh, and no joke band today. That's new. I feel good. This is what it feels like when you don't have joke bands. All right, so we got 17 more seconds. I'm just gonna put the page up for start ISC up just before we get started. Make sure you click on 4K because sometimes it likes to jump around quality. And we're back. Welcome back, everyone. Hope you enjoyed that commercial break or whatever with advertising in your local area. All right. So this Inside Star Citizen, it's called Intro to Jump Point. Oh, Jade, you had to run it.
You asked for it.
I did not. This is why I can't have nice things. Anyway, let's get started. Let's ISC.
Space is in the physical space. So basically you go through an opening on one side, you travel through a sort of a tunnel, and then you pop out somewhere else in space. Jump points are naturally occurring. The first discovery of a jump point was actually by accident. It was a cargo ship that had a leaky quantum drive, basically triggered the first opening of the jump point. It accidentally slipped inside and then disappeared, and they found it several years later when Nick Croshaw, who basically was the first one who discovered that the leaking quantum engine was the cause of triggering this rip in time-space to basically open up. And so he basically kind of solidified the knowledge to be able to replicate it consistently.
There's been a lot of information shared over the years.
A lot of it has changed as we've learned and had new ideas.
So here's a primer on the first jump point we're building today.
By some of the people that are currently building it.
And what you see and hear is super work in progress.
So welcome to Inside Star Citizen, Intro to Jump Points.
So a jump point is basically the means at which a player is able to transition from one solar system to another. There are two different jump point experiences. permanent and transient.
The permanent jump points are the ones that are the most stable, and they are always available for the player to travel through.
It's the well-trafficked, well-traveled route that most people will go through.
Which you find on the star map. The ones that you would like, say, transition from Stanton to Pyro, Pyro to Stanton.
Since they're stable and generally larger and easier to travel, there are infrastructure built up around them to support the commerce that goes through them on a regular basis. So we made a creative decision to remove the circular gates that we were doing in some of the concept art before. It just didn't match the reality of how we wanted to set these up in the world. They're supposed to be naturally occurring. And if you have like this infrastructure around it making this circular jump gate, then that's not showing like how it actually functions in the world.
We've lost this sort of size restriction when it comes to permanent jump points. So the main jump points that lead from system to system will accept any size ship.
Transient jump points are more ethereal.
First you have to find them, and once you've found them, you don't know where they go.
We like to call in the narrative team the Swiss cheese approach to jump points, which are smaller access points to the main tunnel. Those will still be restricted by small, medium, and large. So basically it opens up opportunities for smaller ships to kind of sneak their way through.
A transient jump point may only be able to use once. It may be a little bit more permanent, but you can never tell how long does it last once you find it.
If people are looking to avoid scrutiny, we'll look for these sort of side routes to get into the jump point to bypass, security or customs or stuff like that.
In 4.0, our first and only jump point will be the one linking Stanton to Pyro and Pyro to Stanton. Maybe the best way to share this design is simply to walk you through the whole thing. So we leave Lorville, we put it onto our star map, and we set our course for the Stanton to Pyro jump point. QT there. And then upon arrival, you will fly down to the gateway station that's located there, because you're going to want to make sure that you're stocked up for your trip into Pyro, because Pyro may well not have the things that you're used to in Stanton. You probably want to pick up some ammo, and you want to pick up some more fuel, probably some more fuses, and then after that, undock, and then turn yourself to view the jump point.
The jump points will be visible from far distance. It probably will appear as a small star kind of a thing that just pulses and asks you to come near me.
You'll see the massive whirlwind from the gravity pool that the jump point itself is creating, which is a gas cloud, and you'll see it in various different colors or forms. You can fly towards where the jump point will be, and there is structures in Stanton that sort of lead you towards the jump point.
When you approach the jump point, what you'll hear is the general ambience of the whole area, whether that's the distant portal emitting energy or violent clashes of thunder that is drawing the player into this central jump zone. And as we get closer, this will build up, and the player will feel like they're being drawn into something primordial.
With jump points, multiple players can take them at the same time, so it is probably likely that you will encounter other players waiting to make their jumps.
And you'll also see the security and the turret infrastructure around it that's providing a safe experience on the permanent jump gates.
In order to perform your jump, the first thing you need to do is get closer to the jump point.
But you won't be able to go all the way up to it. When it's not active yet, it has a field around it that will push you away until you've attuned to the anomaly that allows you to go through.
You have to call ATC. The anomaly needs ATC to be able to allow you to enter.
When you're using a jump point, you're actually just an individual. So the ATC calls that you have to make are for you, and then the groups that you go in are designated by the ATC.
If you contact ATC at the same time, you can be put into the queue together, but there's no guarantee that you'll be in the same jump group.
If you want to jump with your friends, you need to make sure that you arrive together, and when you call ATC, you will be able to see how much space is in the group. So if you have friends and you want to jump together, you'll be able to know exactly how much room there is in that group. And if it's not enough for you and you want to go with your friends later, then you can forfeit and you go again.
In the future, I definitely want to have some more quality of life features where you can get into queue at the ATC as a party. But currently our ATC does not support queuing as a party, so you'll just be doing it as an individual.
Once you are within range of it, you need to be changing over to nav mode. Your UI will automatically change to the jump drive UI,
which will allow you to know if you're aligned, if you're tuned, if you can go in, if it's blocked. You have a visual input of the UI, the HUD is moving, is turning until you have a message notification that tells you, all right, you're aligned. If you look away, of course, that will trigger the cancellation of that alignment. If you move away from your position, you'll lose probably your position in the queue. You'll have red markers that tells you, or you're on the wrong side, you have to move to that direction. You'll have also kind of like a landing strip where you have the lights that tells you, oh, you have to go in through this area. So you'll have those rings that pulse and tell you you're correctly aligned.
So as soon as the ATC has gotten to your group and you're now able to use the jump gate, your jump drive will start attuning to the gate.
And once you have authorization and you have opened the wormhole, you'll have the tuning visual that's really similar to the aligning, but with tuning messages that tells you what you need to do. And once that's done, you'll have tuning access and you'll be ready to go inside.
While your ship is attuning, you'll see rippling in the anomaly. And as soon as you are attuned, then you can fire a burst of quantum energy into the portal that will rip it open, and you'll have a gate in space that allows you to see the tunnel beyond and travel to your new star system.
When it opens, you'll hear the space around the jump point being ripped apart and everything being drawn into it. A really guttural, swirling sound of all the space around the jump point being dragged into this one singularity.
During this drawing process, the ships are drawn in automatically. You don't have to control anything. You don't have to do anything. There is, in fact, nothing you can do that would stop you being drawn in.
So the plan right now is if there's any obstructions in front of you when you're trying to attune to the gate, that'll break your attunement. So if somebody gets in your way while you're trying to attune, your attunement will pause until that obstruction has gone away. However, if anybody gets too close to the jump gate and they're not attuned, then they're going to get pushed away, which should clear the area for anybody who's trying to get through.
So for the people who want to block a jump point, we are actually considering our options as to how to prevent that from happening.
When you cross the threshold, you'll hear an instantaneous whip of the ship being pulled in and the changing of atmosphere between deep space and this singularity that you're being dragged into.
Once you're in the tunnel, your ship will be flying at a set speed that's determined by the flow of energy through the tunnel.
You'll hear the space around you flying past you at a great pace, like a really long cosmic drain pipe.
And you don't have any control of how fast you're going. You'll speed up in the straights and slow down the corners to a certain degree, but you still have to navigate.
The tunnel itself is something else. It needs a lot of technical and graphical things that need to happen.
We've got flickering lights, some type of ethereal type of particle effect to show you type of the direction we're flowing. We also have fog effects, and this idea that you're always moving towards a strong, bright light in the distance. The idea we're going off so far is that we're working on the bending of light. You'll see impressions of the exterior, the location you've just come from, and also hints of the way you're going to. The walls of the tunnel type of curving the space-time around you, and eventually, as you travel through the tunnel, that distortion will move away from the initial system you started in and then blend slowly towards the new system you end up in. We can kind of do anything we want because it's an enclosed space, so we're doing things like, on the rendering side, we're taking the sunlight, which we don't normally need when you're in an enclosed space, and we're reusing the sunlight, all the text that goes behind that with high-res shadow maps and these type of things and directional occlusion, and then reusing that and using that to create a flickering, pulsating effect in the tunnel, and we can take a lot of shortcuts and do a lot of cool things that aren't really possible in the rest of the game because we have this totally enclosed and bespoke play space.
You will not see two-lane traffic inside the jump tunnel itself. In the jump tunnel, you'll see the ships ahead of you, and if you look behind, you'll be able to see ships that are in range behind you, but you won't see traffic going the other direction.
Why do you hate fun?
It's not that I hate fun, it's that I want everybody to have a good experience in this tunnel, and if there's other ships that you can collide with, we want to avoid that kind of situation.
The players' ships, when they're traveling in the tunnel, are going to be in a line. So it's going to be, the term that we use internally is ducks in a row. So one ship behind another ship behind another ship.
There'll be some obstructions in some of the tunnels which you have to dodge around. But for the most part, it's a matter of turning and navigating through the tunnel and not hitting the sides.
Because the closer you are to the edge of the tunnel, the more likely you are to fail your jump.
The edges of those tunnels and those obstructions cause distortion damage to your ship.
There's a pool on your jump drive, and if this pool fills with distortion, then your jump drive will shut down. If your jump drive does shut down, then you're going to fail that jump.
You get booted out of the tunnel, and there's a number of places in the system where you could end up based on like how long you've been in the tunnel. You could end up back in Stanton, or you could be in Pyro, but you're not going to be at where you wanted to be. You're going to be at the edge of the system somewhere and have to find your way back.
Currently, the jumps that we are toying with are about 3 minutes, but this is still open to iteration based on how many ships we want to have in that tunnel, how close they are, and the trip needs to be long enough in order to cover the transition from your origin system to your destination system. When you are arriving via a jump point, you will realize that you aren't actually coming through the same entryway that you would have been passing through to go to the next system. Players will not be able to necessarily camp that point just for you to exit it. The intention is that there will be multiple locations where you will exit to, and so this will mitigate that threat.
It's kind of a shotgun approach coming out of the jump gate because we don't want everybody to be slamming right into each other. We want to be able to spread the ships out that are coming through and get your own view of your new setting and where you're at.
So when you come out of the Pyro side of the jump gate, you should come out into completely different space than on the Stanton side. So it's sort of like a cave of gas. There's also some structures that lead you directly towards the station. You can do anything you like there. It's just a normal R&R station that is just nice and safe before you go out into Pyro itself, which is more dangerous, of course.
We've already shown on the tech preview that you can enter a jump gate and come out the other side, and we've got the ability to transfer servers. We've got that working even better than we ever thought we could at the beginning. We want to make the experience of going through the tunnel as seamless as possible. We don't want it to be super hard, but we want it to be engaging. We're going to save the challenging experience, the super hard acrobatics for the transient gates when we get to them.
We're dialing in the numbers about how many people jump at the same time, distance between ships, precisely the speed at which ships move down the tunnel, things like that. There's a lot of variables involved in balancing it, and there will be far more testing in the tech preview channel for jump points, so you can look forward to helping us figure out there.
Yeah, it's really exciting to be to this point where we're able to deliver this new system of transferring yourself from one star system to another, being able to visit an entirely new star system, and having that experience of going from Stanton to Pyro. It's going to be exciting.
Thanks for watching, and we're all really looking forward to being able to make these jumps and just a normal part of our gaming life.
There you go.
Which is fun, because jumping is fun.
So what did we learn this week? Well, hopefully a whole heck of a lot about the first jump point that's currently in development and scheduled to make its way into Star Citizen Alpha 4.0 in just the next few months. Yeah, I didn't say before the end of this year. We're still targeting something a bit sooner than that. And that's all I'm going to say. And while jump points are a major milestone for the development of this game, Before we let you go this week, I'd like to talk to you about a different kind of milestone unique to the program that you're watching now. ISC began in April of 2019, and since then, we've managed to tell a variety of different stories about more aspects of game development than you're probably likely to find anywhere else. That's 200 episodes so far, including the one that you're watching right now, with no plans to stop or slow down in the future. But this journey didn't start in 2019. That's because ISC is only the latest form of a program that's nearly as old as our project. Before then, we were proud to bring you Around the Verse, the talk show at the end of the universe, first created by Ben Lesnick and Sandy Roberts and hosted by an entire cavalcade of CIG developers filling in here and there, with segments that sometimes spawned into their own series like Bug Smashers, Lore Maker's Guide to the Galaxy, Ship Shape, and more. That was 228 episodes filled with a whole bunch of people that may not have always known what they were doing behind and sometimes in front of the camera, but doing everything we could to entertain, inform, and simply showcase the folks who make these video games that we're working on. But even they built their legacy on our first weekly behind-the-scenes talk show created by Eric Peterson and Michael Moreland called Wingman's Hangar, with Hangar with 2 A's. Old heads will know. 72 episodes of that set the foundation for CIG video content to come, even if some of it was just what we shouldn't do. Should I bring back Hazy Thoughts? No? Okay. So, 72 episodes of Wingman's Hangar, 228 episodes of Around the Verse, and 200 episodes of Inside Star Citizen. I had someone check the math on this 3 times. Someone was me, because I had to be sure. That makes this show not only the 200th episode of Inside Star Citizen, but also the 500th episode in a legacy that we're very proud to maintain, and hopefully continue to improve upon for years to come. Now, we don't have any fireworks or anything like that, and that's not really my style anyway. Instead, I wanted to pay tribute to the 680 people that have worked on or participated in or otherwise made one of these 500 episodes possible. And no, that's also too many to sing about. So instead, we spent the last 3 months going through every record and video we've made in order to ensure that we didn't miss anyone. But before we play our first 500 episodes credit roll, just let me thank the one group of people that aren't listed. No, not you. Move. Yeah, there you are, there you are. You've allowed us to tell stories of game development for 500 episodes now. And that's not even counting all the other programs over the years. You do this each and every week by responding to what we share. And as Dave Kaplan said just 2 weeks ago on this very program, that engagement and feedback is truly what keeps 500 episodes possible. And no, that's also too many to sing about. So instead, we spent the last 3 months going through every record and video we've made in order to ensure that we didn't miss anyone. But before we play our first 500 episodes credit roll, just let me thank the one group of people that aren't listed. No, not you. Move. Yeah, there you are, there you are. You've allowed us to tell stories of game development for 500 episodes now. And that's not even counting all the other programs over the years. You do this each and every week by responding to what we share. And as Dave Kaplan said just 2 weeks ago on this very program, that engagement and feedback is truly what keeps many of us going. And I'm certainly no exception. So thank you once again. Thank you for letting us share the people and process of game development with you. And we'll see you all here next week. And maybe the start of another 500.
Like a moth to a flame burned by the fire. Hey, it was by request.
I didn't know. Nobody requested that.
I saw a request. Anyway, yes.
Go bring up my night lights.
Episode 200 of Inside Star Citizen. Congrats. So yeah, who wants to go first?
I'll jump in.
I'll start.
Go ahead, Pops. Go ahead, Pops. Go. I started first.
Well, I want to start. I want to ask FC a question. Do you think when we go through the jump gates that they should play Criss Cross's song "Jump, Jump"?
I had a
That
thought about
speed
that when I
thing.
first watched this
Yeah.
episode. Is that a crisscross or the other jump by the other jump song by Van Halen?
Oh yeah, Van Halen's song.
Van Halen probably
Yeah. I forgot about that.
go over better. But
Or they could,
yeah,
or they could play Pharrell Williams' band "Nerd" song "Jump," which actually is talking about going through a jump point or a jump gate or whatever. So yeah.
yeah.
So
I mean,
what
there are multiple
happens
options.
with this now, Pop?
You can have them on shuffle play, depending
Yeah.
on
Yeah.
yeah.
So
You
Pop,
have to play. You have to play one when you go
so
through.
Pop,
So yeah, but sure.
I gotta say, for the crisscross one, it's gotta start off like the character make you jump, jump, something like that,
Okay.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
Or a
Right.
new soul could just
But
make their own song.
well, I don't have any AI, so
Okay.
but anyway, I was happy to see the beginning with the and I thought of you, fastcart. I was like, it's
Doctor
I
Who.
forget the right word, but yeah, the TARDIS, and I just wish that they had a way to put a Dalek in there for you. I was like, yeah.
No,
I
they
really
would.
wish
If
they had
anything,
a
they
way.
would be in the in Pyro, exterminate everything.
Oh, okay, on the other end, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
A
But
bunch of nerds
I'm
up in
not
here.
gonna be.
Go ahead.
Yeah, but the only thing it just made me really think of was besides that was, they said like with Jax. Remember when Jax was trying to get through the jump point?
Right. Yeah.
And he had trouble. I think he was in a cutter, wasn't he?
No, he was in in the original time he was in the Odyssey. But then in the second time he was trying to come back, he was in the cutter. Yeah, the second time he was in the
He was in
cutter.
the cutter. Okay,
Yeah.
second on the way back. So it
On the
just
way
made me
back.
think about, if how a one person ship would be impacted if they came into trouble trying to go through the jump point with that. So I'm curious to see how they would handle that. A multi-crew ship, a person, an engineer could go back and try to fix something, but a single person, uh, but I'll leave everything else to everybody else.
All right. So face to face.
Yeah. No, I appreciate this one. This was really cool. Big shout outs to the sound designers and everybody who worked on this. Hearing the sound design and everything, having some weight to it, giving it that fluidity of what it sounds like, kind of just like you're going through a jump gate, which is kind of like going through a tube of water or something like that. Giving you that feeling. I really appreciate them thinking though about griefers or people disruptors or whatever you want to call them, trying to disrupt gameplay around a jump point and being able to combat that and thwart that. I appreciate the forethought on this, because I really want to enjoy going through a jump gate, and not having to have that hassle or anything like that. Just want to have a good experience of being able to do it, which is cool. So that's my 2 cents.
All right. Cap.
Yeah, can you hear me? Very good.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, for me, getting the differentiation between standing jump points and transient jump points, I thought was really interesting. The way that they've described transient jump points, their discovery and rediscovery is automatically ongoing exploration gameplay, right? So in this one ISC, they have begun the process of fleshing out what exploration gameplay features it can have. We're not getting transient jump points at first, but I thought that was very interesting because they will go away. right? And who knows if they'll come back in the same location, but maybe come back with some of the similar function, the way they talked about how it might be a shortcut or get you around certain things, but they have to be rediscovered. And so that's going to be very interesting gameplay loop. We had heard that there would be there would be a change in ship size restrictions.
Right.
And now that's been confirmed, right? This idea of standing jump points, that's not going to matter. No gates got reconfirmed. I thought it was interesting to go the direction of ATC being required to attune.
I agree.
To a jump point.
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. And I also thought the quick assertion of floating turrets, because then the question from a lore perspective, right, like in-game lore perspective is, who's doing that on the pyro side? Right? Is that the gangs that have just enough order, no EUE law, but just enough order to author up a ATC the same way you get ATC now at, I guess, Grimhex, and they're maintaining the floating turrets? I'd love to see varying efficacy in some of that, right? So for systems like that, maybe the grouping is much smaller because they're not as professionalized as the UE side, right? I'd like to see some varying efficacy in those things. And then I have a question and a comment. Can we get ourselves stranded entirely between systems when we fall out of the tunnel? Right?
The answer is no.
Yeah, according to this, it said you either be in the system that you originated from, or you be on the edge, as far as the edge of the system you're going to, according to this.
Yeah, that would have been more interesting, right? But anyway, and then you skipped it, fastcart, because watching names scroll isn't great Twitch content, so I get it. But one of the names that was on there was Andy Serkis. So I thought that was cool. Other actors were not necessarily listed, but Andy Serkis was.
They might have had the other actors on there too.
No, I didn't see Hamill. I didn't see Oldman. I didn't see Cavill.
Okay.
I didn't see.
Oh, okay. Well,
but I did see
I think Andy
Serkis.
Serkis helped him with the performance capture, so maybe he got a special mention.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, you're right. I did skip it, but yeah, I should have played at least the end. But that's what I'm doing here right now. So yeah. Play. Oh, it is playing. Okay. So yeah. Jade.
Yeah. I like this episode a lot. I know when they started out and they showed the like how this whole thing became a thing. I thought that was good because I feel like they filled in some lore for people about why are jump points a thing, and I hope that they get some consistency among their developers. They're jump points, they're not gates. Stop calling them gates if you don't want people to ask for gates around them, right? But yeah, like I like this episode because it reiterated some things that we learned back at CitizenCon 2951 when they did the Life in the Verse segment, and they talked about the Swiss cheese thing of being able to enter, from different points, and there being what now are these sort of transient jump points. So I'm glad that they've expanded on that. It's nice to see the visuals. It's a lot further along than when I went through them when we were testing them on the tech preview. So yeah, this was a very good episode. There was a lot of good information. I even think I might have spotted at the very beginning when they showed the blackboard with all the equations. I think I saw the Morrison Thorne wormhole metric on it, which if that was actually in there, that was sneaky CIG, but very smart.
Okay.
Yeah, and people will attack your ship while you're queuing for jump point. I guarantee it. Those turrets aren't going to protect you.
Yeah.
So don't.
Maybe not in Stanton. Hopefully, some places like Terra or Seoul they're protecting more. But yeah, in Stanton, not so much. Definitely, but not in Pyro.
Yeah, I'm just looking at, unless they'd have to they'd have to put turrets all over the place out there. And even still, we've seen how it is with stations. You can put a lot of turrets on stations, but if the server tick rate isn't great, they're not going to hit anything. So don't get your hopes up too high about not getting shot at a jump point, especially when they first put it in, because that's where everybody's going to go. It'll dissipate, when people are no longer is interested in doing that activity. But it's just like the way people used to camp port always are. They're going to try and camp the jump point and shoot people either entering or coming out of it. So
yeah, Griffin has always been saying that the space is too big. Jump points are a sphere in space that you could just enter, but according to
they didn't make these big enough. That's my criticism, right? Space is big, but the entry points for these, when I first tested them out, and the exits. When I first tested them out, I said, "Oh no, they're gonna go down this road where you have a very narrow space that you can be in to enter and exit." Hopefully, CIG, sees what's gonna happen and they just make it a lot bigger, a lot wider. Because I always thought they were going to be the size of planets, and they're not.
And I'm going to open this up for everyone in here, but and chat also. But I mean, I think this opens up the gameplay for blockades and mining ships. Not mining, but mining field, like I forgot the name of the ship that had the mine zones in it. But I think this opens up that gameplay because Griffin been saying it's basically too big, they won't be able to do that. But Griffin is looking here, there's some new information, Griff. So you may want to revise what he's been saying on that one. But we'll see. I think one of my favorite parts of this ISC, if I can find it real quick, 1431. Oh, here it is. When they go into the jump point, and then when they pop out. So hold on, let me go forward a bit. Oh, I went too far. But they're coming out almost all at the same time. And the fastest ship come out first, and then you had the big ass ship come into. That feels like Battlestar Galactica almost when you see that. So I thought that was cool. I don't know if that's going to be like in game.
It's not about. It's not about whether the ship is faster or not. It's going to be based on like where in the queue you were, right?
You were in the queue, yeah.
Yeah, because you're all moving at the same speed through the wormhole. I went through with somebody. I think no, it wasn't Cal Roddy. I went through with somebody and they saw me. And then we came out and then I collided into them and exploded because they had a bigger ship. But it just showed that you can go through with somebody. Like if you have a group of people and somebody's in an 890, and then you got escorts, y'all are all go through at the same rate, but it's how you line up that you come out in that order.
Okay, that makes sense. But still, if you were to go like from smallest to biggest in the queue order, that would have a devastating effect on whatever system or whomever may be on the other side watching.
Yeah.
So I thought that was cool. And then I had to give props to the beginning if I can find it real quick. Go to 0. Let's see if I can find it. Yeah, so this part. The Doctor Who intro. Love it, CIG. Well done. And the thing is, they want to first have this idea in the 2017, I forget what year, but the year that they first introduced the jump point, the Citizen Con, Griffin pulled the video and put the TARDIS on within the video. So he was the first one to do it back then. So I don't want to say they stole his idea, but everyone could have a lot of people had similar ideas, but CIG did do better with the Big Benny, in my opinion. Give a shout out to CIG for 200 episodes of Inside Citizen. Another shout out for 500 episodes That's quite a lot, and 600 people who work on them, and took Jared 3 months to compile all that stuff. That's impressive. Jared, get some help next time, maybe. That's a lot of work for one person to be doing, and I am disappointed I didn't see my name. Why is my name not at the end of the credits?
Because of the jokes.
Just wondering. I was robbed. But, you know, I did laugh when I saw Tony Z's name at the very end. His name is very end of the list. So, yeah, this is what happens when you have a name like Zerfek. You always last when it comes to naming. Yeah, so that was a good episode overall. I liked it.
I got a little emotional looking at that list because there's so many, well, not so many people, but there's people that were like super important people that were in the project, like Jay Lee. And, you know, there's people that are no longer with CIG. And it just makes you think back like, wow, it's been a long road.
It's been a long road, like the Star Trek Enterprise song, right?
Right, yeah.
Now, don't worry, I'm not gonna sing. That's the one song I'm not gonna try to sing.
Thank you.
I need to remind you the joke ban is still in effect. fastcart.
The joke ban. Oh, I mean that means I can sing.
Sing it.
Unless someone wants to unban me quick. Hey, no. Anyway. So yeah, there's a lot of information about this episode. Hopefully, someone or I'm expecting Numify will come by and make a short summary for people who haven't had time to watch it. But a lot of stuff that was outdated is now updated once again, and that's always good. So thanks for this episode, CIG and everyone who worked at Inside Star Citizen and Around the Verse and Wingman Hangar and everything in between. So that was cool. Alrighty then. So up next we have our Machinima. And you know, I have a little beef, not with anyone here, but I have a little beef about this Machinima because it's called the Nursa Tale Star Citizen Machinima. But it's featuring the Space Coder, Red Resort, and Abdi Johan. Abdi, I mean, come on now. How did you not tell anyone about this? So I'm gonna get on him about that. So yeah, but this is only 6 minutes long. So if you have a drink or a snack from whatever, hopefully they'll hold you over from the last video into this one. So let's check this out.
No, Jeremy here didn't have to die. That's right, he could have spawned right here, right now. Inside the Ursa Medivac, or as we call it, the Nursa. The Nursa. So, get your Nursa now. Set your spawn point inside the bed. And revive, re-engage, respawn, reset, retry, redo, regrow, retro. Retro? You said 4 words, so I had to say 4 words. Come inside. Anyway, Ursa Medivac, because regen was always the plan.
Buy now and get 2 medguns and 4 medpens free. Available on installments.
Cut! I'm back up.
Oh, man, that was a long one.
Good job, guys. See you in the next one.
Did he sound like a kid to you?
Yeah, that's your 10-year-old son.
Right.
Man, I love these open spaces.
That's the best thing about being a Nursa medic. Just stay chill.
Yeah, I want to write a poem about it.
Hey guys, I need to spawn soon. Bring the Nursa in range.
Aha! Finally, some action. Nursa bots, back and roll out. Let's go. Vamos. Yeah. Yeah, I got nothing else, man. Right. Let's go then. This is so much fun. It drives so well. Man, dual suspension, triple axles, 6x6. Yeah, man, coolest thing ever. The coolest thing will be to take it off-roading. Just some old school 4x4 action. Dunes, left, right, up, down. Ooh, that was a big one, but that's what I'm talking about. Hey, slow down. Stop. Hey, aren't we in range yet? Shouldn't Jared be respawning by now?
You morons! You ran over me!
Honest to God, he felt like off-roading.
Ursa Medivac, because regen was the plan. Sort of.
I work hard, day in, day out. Put myself on the line to keep moving forward, grinding the never-ending struggle for more and more and more. That's why when you buy a ship, you better know what you're buying. I learned that lesson the hard way. Respawning at a space station is no way for a loot goblin to be. I wish I had bought the red cutlass. But now, with a small investment, all my regrets are behind me. Drake, gaffer tape. The best bond this side of Stanton.
Sold complimentary with every Drake Cutlass Black.
This is the UEE. Halt your speed. Halt! That is one intense battle. Damn, we must be kicking their asses. How come? Well, no one is respawning. Oh yeah! Wow! Man, we're gonna win this one. Oh, I bet there'll be a massive party at the base tonight. Hells yeah, brother!
A few hours later.
Woohoo! So boys, did you kick ass or what happened?
You imbeciles! You parked the Nursa out of range.
So you guys...
We all died.
Well, at least it wasn't a 30k, right? I might need the medivac! Not the face! Not the face! I'm gonna tell Chris Roberts! Save me, Chris! Release the squadron!
Ursa Medivac, because regen was the only plan.
This suit needs more padding! Ah!
Oh boy. Okay. Before I say anything, who wants to say something about this thing?
I'll jump in, man. These are so cool, man. You know, you get together with folks and, you know, do something like this, you know, Big shout out to Abdi and these guys, gentlemen, people who've done this, man. This is so cool. Definitely looking forward to resuming production on Made in Ariana's project and with TrueCap and everything. So yeah, this is so much fun to look at and see. Yeah.
Okay, who
And
wants
forget
to go
about you,
next?
Pro FC too. I didn't want to mention it. But,
Okay, thank you. Appreciate that. All right, but who else want to say something?
I think it is great. Very well done. A lot of work was put into this. Good use of Dick Dastardly, in there. It was great.
Yeah, let me go ahead and jump in. I feel like I want to elevate and celebrate as Fist and Pops have said and alluded to. There's a lot of work here, but it also looked like they had fun doing the work. They had fun in the concepts. They had fun it looks like they had fun in the execution. And then to elevate it, Abdi Johan's presence. Anytime a member of the Soul team is doing anything, it's sonically better. So, like to see that.
Yeah. Jade?
Yeah, I agree. I think it looks like they had a lot of fun doing this. I liked when they changed they reprogrammed the sign, and it's super cool that Abdi was involved with this.
Yeah, I was looking for Machinima to play during the show today, and I just happened to come across it by happenstance. I didn't know anything about this until it came up on my search. So yeah, I decided to feature this because remember this whole team. Abdi Johan is in here, so always a great pleasure to see one of us stretching out legs or spreading out wings. So to speak, one of those. One thing I will say, this one, when they talk about going off road, the one with the speed bump, I feel personally attacked, but I'm unable to say why I feel personally attacked because of the conditions of the lawsuit. But I feel personally attacked. But yeah, that was one of my favorite ones. I was chuckling and laughing throughout there. So good job, everyone who participated. And this is the Nursa Tales Cinema featuring the Face Coder, Red Resort, and Abdi Johan. Oh yeah, great job, people. Alrighty then. So I guess that's it. Made it through another show. Thank everybody for joining me. Joined by Captain Serious Fun, Fitzface, Jade as always, and Captain Face as always. Thank you all for joining me. Again, people want to come in next week, click the Discord link below. Come in and chat with us. It's always fun to have new blood, as people say. So yeah, this is what we do. Come in and talk Star Citizen with us next time. But coming up, we have Soul Voices on Saturday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Eastern. That's where you can come in, talk one-on-one with Griffin Gaming RPG. Talk about what's going on in Star Citizen. They normally cover what's going on in Spectrum and Reddit and something from the industry in general. Or Griffin can have its own ideas and have a really good discussion about something relevant to Star Citizen in that week. So again, that's Soul Voices, 2 p.m. Eastern. That is part of Podstat or Podcast Saturday, starting with Soul Voices at 2 p.m. and then with the After Club at the Captain Table at 4 p.m. Eastern, and then ending the day with Relay Station with Relay SC at 9 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. UTC. So a full day of Star Citizen podcast for your pleasure. And then on Sunday, Building the Economy, Sunday, 7/21, July 21st, 7 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC. That's where we're discussing and review the economy and how it's supposed to work, as far as we know. So then, that's Economy 101, 7 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. UTC. So check that out. To be an interesting and fun show. Also, tomorrow I'll be on the Flight of Rhythm. I'll be featuring in the Flight of Rhythm at 2100 UTC on People's Radio. So check that out. If you need to, Jake, can you put the link in chat real quick if you can, please?
I can.
Thank you for that. I
Absolutely.
appreciate it. So yes, also check out the producers on our YouTube channel. You want to become a Soul Bro, Soul Sister, Soulmate, Soul Citizen membership, have privileges. Click the join button below on YouTube. Thank you all for watching. If you want to follow us on social media, we are Soul Citizens with an S on the end everywhere. And if you want to support us, you can buy merchandise. I'm wearing a Soul Citizen shirt. You can't really see, but it's symbols down below on my belly. But yeah, you can buy a mug too. It had slogans on it. So yes, we still sell those. You want to support us, or you can support us on Patreon too. Or a whole bunch of ways to support us. And as always, we turn our support back and give it back in the form of giveaways. So that's appreciate the support. Make sure you hit like, subscribe, or follow depending on what platform you're on, and hit the notification bell so you know when we go live. And I think we're going to raid Astropub. Let me get that straightened out if I can. It's my first time doing this, so bear with me while I get the thing ready. Look at this one. Can I just hit slash? No, I cannot. I heard it. Forgive me, folks. Trying to get it started. There we go. So, yes, we're going to raid the Astropub. Make sure you send them out love. And with that, peace, love, and soul. Take care, everybody.